Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and this is Block Factory. This is a brand new automation game that, this is a work-in-progress version, but I get to show it off, which is pretty darned exciting. So, this game, I think I can best sort of describe as if Shapes and Lego decided to have a baby and turned into this. Anyway, let's see what we've got going on. So, this is kind of like the tutorial level. Let's jump in over here and see what's happening. So, the premise is this. We'll ignore that for now. This is a little sort of blocky diorama in the middle of the map. And what we need to try and do is we need to try and basically build all of the individual components that go into this. Now, in order to do that, we build a lot of different little blocks. And all of these little blocks are made up of individual components. And we need to sort of combine all the components in a certain way. And bish bash bosh, we need to make ourselves a pumpkin. How do we do that? Well, we do that with a bunch of tools, and we are going to be doing that right now. So, we have at our disposal a variety of things sort of straight off the bat. I mean, looking at a pumpkin, we need sort of 2 upward sloping pieces, we need 2 downward sloping pieces, and we just need a big old 3-banger in the middle. In fact, very helpfully, the list of pieces is over there. Let's see if we can try and get that set up. So, we'll go into blocks, we'll go into piece dispenser, and much like Shapes, you're able to mine the piece. I love the way that it sort of like hovers around here. That's pretty cool. We're going to need you as well. Excellent. We need some uppers. Oh, look at that. There's none of these pieces. There's none of these pieces around, so we're going to have to use a machine in order to transform it. Now, the first machine that we're going to see here is the sloper. The sloper is going to add on a slope to the to whatever brick I decide to feed into it, which is fine. Let's set that up now, shall we? We've got some conveyor belts. That is grand. We'll just bump them straight on in and see where this takes us. We are kind of jumping in like halfway to the tutorial, but the early game tutorial is very, very easy, so we don't really need to worry about it. Now, anyway, what happens here? We can configure every single machine, and configure every single machine we will have to do in order to get the desired output. For example, this machine has a specific couple of options for different ways that it can be configured. This is obviously the sloper. It is going to put a slope in the brick, and this is the bad boy that we are after. Very, very nice indeed. And that is going to work as such. And that's going to be our bottom piece. Our regular piece is being made right here. We've got the 2 uppers. And then we also need one of these bad boys right over here. Thank you very much. Let's grab you. And let's just create a... Let's create a reasonably not convoluted belt so that we've got a sort of broad construction area here. Now, this is where things start to get funky. This is where things start to sort of really differentiate themselves from games like Shapes. We're going to get ourselves a stacker. Sounds very Shapes-esque, as I would probably suggest. Well, not so, because what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to feed both of our different components into here, like so. And once again, we are going to go into configuration, and we're going to configure exactly how we want the shapes to look. So, for example, we could have them looking like this. We could have them looking like this. As long as it fits in a 4x4 and it's actually stacked, we can't have the shapes sort of lying next to each other, then we are allowed to, get the configuration. We're allowed to get the configuration just the way that we want it to. However, there's actually a little bit of a problem here because I haven't designed this properly, and we're trying to make a 3-story pumpkin. We're not trying to make a 2-story pumpkin. We actually want 3. So let's revise this and let's have another crack, shall we? Okay, the first thing that we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get a branch of that belt, and that's going to allow us to set up a stacking configuration for the bottom 2 levels. Great. We're also going to have to double up this piece over here. Now, it's all good and well that we've got one of the pumpkin tops, but we're actually going to use a brand new machine, which is the gluing machine. And we're just going to combine the same, belt. We don't really need to worry about quantity right now, but if we did want to worry about quantity, then we could get our own sort of mining machine, extraction machine for each lane, but we don't need to worry about it. The machine speed is very, very slow, at least at this early stage of the game. We can actually see the speed down here. Either way, gluing works exactly as you would imagine. You can't stack things on top of each other. Look at that. Your pieces must all be on the ground, and they need to be next to each other, which is great. So we can glue them together. Happy days, we're able to produce a glued piece. And again, I love the way that all of the sort of pieces like sort of float above the machines. It's very, very cool. You need to be configured. That's not how it actually is going to look anymore. Yeah, let's go with a little reset there. Let's get you stacked appropriately. Perfect. That's looking really, really good. And then we can come in with another stacker right over there. Beautiful. And we'll feed this in like so. And we will preemptively get ourselves an additional stacker to bring in the green pieces. And we'll get the output sorted for this bad boy over here. Okay, so this is the pumpkin proper. Excellent. Stacked appropriately. And you... There we go. Wait for the block to come in here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We've got ourselves a little pumpkin. And after we do that, it's just a very simple case of feeding it right on into the little diorama in the middle here. And that will work out not too badly. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, we've got ourselves a painter. Excellent. We'll worry about that in just a second. Right, so we've got a Bluebird. We've also got a little sort of like legacy objective here. As long as we achieve 80 of the specific I don't know, item? Is it item? Brick collection? Model? As long as we get 80 of them, then we're going to get a coin for sort of completing the level, which is not something that we really need to worry about now, but we'll chat about after this level has finished. So, a Bluebird. What have we got? We've got some blue dye. We clearly do not have the right components in order to make a Bluebird. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what pieces we're going to use. Again, this is kind of like one of those situations, and I love strategy games that do this. I love strategy games that give you multiple different ways to solve the problem, and this is definitely one of those occasions. So the first thing that I think we're going to try and make, which is probably going to be the most numerous that we're going to need, it is the sort of sloping single brick. Now, we do not have the appropriate color, so what we're going to do is we're going to get another piece dispenser here, and we're going to immediately feed it into a cutter. And in fact, we might feed it into 2 cutters. But again, speed, not really my objective at the moment. Let's not worry about it. We're going to get a 1x1, which is lovely, and that should be completely fine. We're also going to see a dye dispenser and a painter. We'll get the dye dispenser here. We'll get a painter here and here. Now, bear in mind that for a Bluebird, because we've got a yellow beak, we're actually going to need a yellow dye as well, which I presume will be findable. It's not findable. There's a yellow piece over there. Is there no other yellow pieces? Am I going to have to make yellow dye? I don't think I can make yellow dye. We may have to get... Let's have a little look. We may have to get our yellow piece. We may have to get our yellow piece from over here. Let's see. We can cut you. Yeah. Okay, we can cut you, and then we can slope you. Where is the sloper? Actually, tell you what, we're going to have to cut you again. Cut you again, and then slope you. So this is the process that we're going to have to go through just to get the beak, because we don't have any yellow dye. The blue edge piece is still completely fine. Right, down into a single. Yes, please. And let's get you configured, and we want you to look like that. Okay, that is our beak. That's our beak production. That's our beak production system. It's actually not a million miles away, so that's pretty darn decent. Okay, you're going to come into here. You're going to look great. I'm going to ditch you because I don't need it anymore. Oh, teleporter. We've also got a teleporter. I've not used a teleporter yet. Right, let's feed in... Let's feed in the brick right there. And let's get blue. Let's get blue coming in here. We're going to need to worry about blue dye transportation logistics a little bit more as we go. But for now, beak sorted. That's going to be blue piece there at least. We're also going to need... Oh, I could have chopped up this bad boy. It doesn't matter. There's lots and lots of different ways of solving this problem. Right. I think we grab this. We're also going to need to find a one banger. A singular piece. I have an idea. Here's my idea. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it for now. The teleporter is going to allow us to hopefully cross over here, which is grand. We're going to convert these bricks into a variety of different bricks, which is what we like. So half of them are going to go into the cutter. The other half are going to go directly into a painter. And then this side is going to go into a painter over there, which is great. Up here. That's an awful idea, Potato. Try that. Okay. That's looking pretty decent. Let's get the blue dye. Blue dye coming across like so. That actually was not intentional, but that has ended up working out quite nicely. Alrighty. Okay, so you're going to get cut, and you're going to get cut into just single pieces. That's what we need. Yep. And then you're going to come out from here. You're going to go into there. It's looking good. And I think everything should be blue and ready to combine and stack. Everything that needs to be blue is blue. The one thing that is kind of an issue is the beak. So because the beak is in proximity to the singular piece here, we're gonna have to get these bad boys glued before we can combine them. That's fine. That's fine. So let's do the gluing right here. And I'll worry about logistics in just a second. But let's get at least some yellow beaks coming out here. That's great. And then yeah, let's get you configured. Like so. Very, very easy. Bring you out here. Let's get a stacker. Excellent. Is that right? That is going to work. It's absolutely going to work. That's what we want to see. Excellent. And then I realize now I probably could have just painted this yellow as opposed to going through this entire sort of like blue production process for just that. It's fine though. It's fine. I think, officially, we've done it. I think we've done it. I think we've managed. There we go. Look at that. Is that... That looks good. That looks exactly like... It looks exactly like a Bluebird should. Fantastic. Brilliant. And we're sticking them on the same belt because, frankly, it doesn't matter. A crusher destroys blocks with a crusher machine to obtain the die of that block. Oh, that would have been so handy last time for the yellow. But that's okay. We're going to need it. We're going to need yellow this time for sure. What the heck is this? A crow. Okay, this is a very peculiar looking crow. And instead looks rather penguin-like. We've got black pieces, but we don't have any of the right type of black pieces. So I tell you what, why don't we look at getting a crusher for black pieces? Nice. Just slam them right into the crusher there. Fantastic. Okay, so that's given us dye. That's what we like to see. That's probably going to be enough dye for what we need. Yeah, so these pieces... Is that the type of piece? I think that's the right type of piece. So that's the right type of piece. So we'll get... I tell you what, we'll do the black. We'll do the production here. These guys need to be glued together anyway, so we might as well get at least some of the process set up down here. And honestly, I think this dispenser is going to be able to do more than enough to keep everything going. Right, that's looking good. That's the crow top. The next, that's the crow top too. That's the same. You need to be dyed yellow. There's a degree of complexity here. Let's we can do something that I haven't done yet. Let's copy paste this over here. That's going to give us yellow dye, which is quite nice. And then I'm going to dye this bad boy here. I do realize this is quite a sprawling factory, but I'm really trying hard to not build things next to one another. Just in general, I'm trying to like use the space that I've got. Okay, so that's going to dye this this yellow. That's great. And then we need to join 2 back pieces. Are we not producing them? We are producing them over here. Or we could produce them over here. We're producing... Nah, it's the wrong type. It's the wrong type of piece. I think we probably want to slope... Do we want to slope something? I mean, we could slope something, or alternatively, we could cut this bad boy here. If I do that, that's probably going to work just as well. We're still going to obviously need to paint this, but it's fine. We might as well glue them together before we paint them so that we get some good bang for our buck. That was absolutely stupid. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, so that's the back part of the crow. We're also going to need some more of these. Tell you what. Very easy to do. And these need to be painted yellow. Okay. We need yellow paint and we need yellow paint, we need black paint. It needs to be over here. Alternatively, we could just move everything over to this area, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Right. Good. Good stuff. Okay. These are all the right components. I think we've got all of the right components. Although, these can be stuck together. I can just glue them together, to be honest. Just glue them together whilst we're over here. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clear this little bit of belt, but that's totally fine. Right. So, that's going to be the correct color. That's going to be the correct color of yellow for the beak. Why on earth the beak needs to be made of a single piece and the feet need to be made out of 2 pieces, I'm not quite sure. We're only making a diorama here, you know, we're not doing rocket science. But either way, that's looking fine. Let's ditch that. Ditch that. And let's see if we can try and do some painting here. We'll use the yellow that we've already got in the belt quite handily right there. And you're going to be black. We've got all the components. It's just a matter of combining them. And painting them. Right, need to be very, very careful because that's... This has got to be painted black, right? Paint this black. Where's the... Do we have black paint? Yeah, we do. Right here. I prepared for this eventuality. Okay. This is honestly an atrocious looking factory. But I'm not that bothered. Right, okay. That's going to paint you black. Then, after that, we're going to stack... Or actually, no, we're going to need to glue. We're going to need to glue the beak and the back. Which is this. Because they need to be combined as one piece. We can't stack an additional piece. Although, maybe we can, actually. Maybe we can stack this on top of this. And then stack in these bad boys. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can avoid that. Let's see if we can avoid using a gluer for this operation. Right. Okay, paint is looking good. Let's get a stacker. Okay. Proof is in the pudding. I haven't got a black centerpiece either. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, because we've got the yellow. We just need to dye it. There we go. Painter. Cool. All right. We've got all the pieces for success. Right. That's looking good. Okay. And then we want to combine with the beak. Gonna stack here if we can. All right, let's see if this works. See if we can avoid glue. We can totally avoid glue. Nice. Okay, so that's the top half. That's the... Ah, I've got the wrong belt here. Wrong belt, my bad. We need to get another place dispenser. It's just gonna be too faffy to deal with otherwise. Right. So then we need to stack these feet, which I am gonna do right in the middle here because I'm absolutely just trying to make things look as horrific as I possibly can. Okay. That's the feet. That'd be really nice if that sort of auto-converted to, it'd be really nice if that auto-converted to underground belt. Here we go. Okay. Now things are looking up. So that goes there like so. Excellent. Is that it? I think that's it. I think we've done it all. For the crow, anyway. That's not how it's supposed to go. Nice. Okay, happy days. That looks nothing like it should. Because it's back to front. How's that looking? Looks good. That's the correct everything. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, right in there. Let's go, 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 go. Get the crow. Get the crow sorted. We've got 80 bluebirds. We've got 80 pumpkins. That's looking nice. As long as this crow passes the test. It absolutely does. That's great. Okay, super stacker. Bigger figures require bigger machines. You may use a super stacker to create a figure that surpasses the size in any direction. You'll only be able to stack it with other big blocks using and larger if you need to convert block size. Ooh, Okay. A Scarecrow. Okay, so this is an absolute monster. Look at the size of this bad boy. This is crazy. Right, so we can separate the layers. If we want to. Okay, 2 yellow pieces. Yellow pieces are pretty easy for us to get. Yellow pieces are pretty easy for us to get. These pieces are easy to get too. So the Scarecrow hat is easy for us to get. Scarecrow hat is very easy for us to get. In fact, let's sort out the Scarecrow hat. Oh, we got lots of new stuff. Holy cow. We've got an enlarger. We've got a big conveyor belt. We've got a big teleporter. So these are for big blocks. But do I actually need any of the big blocks? I don't think we do. Yeah, look at that. I don't think we do need any of the big blocks. I guess we'll see. Stacking, a super stacker, a mega stacker. We don't need them yet. We will need them maybe in time. A destroyer. Okay. So, let's get this sorted here first. And this sorted. This is not going to be a challenging hat to make. It is going to be a little bit... It's going to be a little bit irritating because, of course, I have not given myself a hugely large amount of space to work with. What we're going to do is we're going to branch half of this up. And it's going to be up here that we decide to do the hat trim. And this is the hat trim that we are going to need. Excellent. Then we're going to get a gluer. Not a mega gluer, just a gluer. There we go. And then we're going to get ourselves another gluer. Let's make it at least look presentable. How about that? There we go. And the good thing is that all of these are in the right color. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, then we're going to stack. Just in a regular old stacker. We'll get to the super stackers in just a minute. Configure. Perfect. Okay. That's looking great. That's looking really, really good. Okay, that's the hat taken care of. The next thing that we want to do is probably introduce two yellow pieces. And in fact, very, very handily, we've got the yellow pieces right here coming down on a belt. That is pretty fortuitous. Now, you might say that that was planned. But I can tell you with a degree of certainty that it absolutely wasn't. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, sure, we can do that and then just do another one here. That's fine. All right. That's the head. The head is officially sorted. We're producing a big old Scarecrow now. Bring it down here where we've actually got a little bit of space. Now, a half one of these bad boys. We can do, and we can do relatively easily. I'm gonna just pilfer another belt from here, which is really bad, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Configure, yep, configure, and we want you to get this. It's the cutter. It's gonna be great. And now I think we're going to need to get ourselves a super stacker, if I'm not mistaken. Although, technically, we could probably combine all these 4 first before moving on and stacking them both together. Yeah, that's maybe not a bad idea. So, a blue upside down. Blue upside down piece. Do we have any upside down pieces at all? No, we're going to have to make an upside down piece from this, I guess. Or from the yellow. And then dye it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Okay, so we need a blue upside down piece, we need a white, and then we need 2 white pieces there. So this is going to be it all. We're going to have to make every single component from this belt. So let's chat about how we're going to make that happen. First things first, we're going to need to get a sloper. The sloper is going Sloper's going to be set to work to make the top piece and the bottom piece, right? So we've got this. We need the top piece, the bottom piece, and then the middle one we need to dye white. Let's go top piece. Control C. Control V. There we go. That's not Control V, but whatever. That's fine. And then this is going to come through here. Now, we need white dye and we need blue dye. Oh my goodness. It's right there. It's absolutely right there. That's perfect. So what do we need to dye white? Well, we need to dye this bit blue. Right in the middle. That's super inconvenient that that's the one in the middle. I should really change that. Here we go. So now you can dye that there, and then... There we go. That's much easier. Brilliant. So these are both whites. It still don't like that a huge amount, but it's okay. Right into there. Beautiful. All right. Blue. Teleport, 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 teleport. Teleport, teleport. Have I done that the wrong way around? No, it's just that we've got a few legacy pieces coming through here. Yeah, one legacy piece in specific. That's fine. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking great. This is looking groovy. Let's delete this back to that point. And let's start stacking, shall we? So we want to stack 1 and 2, then 2 and 3, then 3 and 4. So if I just configure it all out the bat first, then we can get everything set up whilst we're waiting for it to be configured. There we go. And boop. Look at this. Look at this. This is looking great. And you go right on top. And that still is within a 4x4x4. However, the problem is going to arise. That is absolutely atrocious. There we go. Problem's going to arise when things start to not work over here. So, a stacker, a super stacker, stacks 2 blocks and outputs the result as a big block. Okay. Let's do it. How's that looking? Looks perfect to me. That's what we need. That's what we need. We don't need to shrink it, do we? I don't think so. I don't think we do anyway. Do I need... Can I get a shrinker? How do I shrink things? I didn't really think about that, to be honest. How do we... Can we... Oh, yeah, we can just totally use Big Belt over here, can't we? Yeah, we can totally just use Big Belt. Because it's a big... it's a big boy. Alrighty, look at that. Look at that. That is looking pretty darn great, if I do indeed say so myself. I am really quite pleased with how that has turned out. And we can go into 3 times speed. Watch everything come through. Amazing. Amazing. Perfect. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could wait here whilst all of the 80 Scarecrows are delivered. But I don't really care about doing that. So what we can do is we can go in here and we can complete the diorama, which effectively involves us dragging the various sort of bits and bobs into their correct locations. Oh, we didn't have arms and we didn't have a stick. I feel a bit cheated, but that's okay. Either way, It's a lovely little diorama that we've made using our own capability. Let's move right along. So, as you complete areas, you get these red bricks. Now, getting red bricks allows you to unlock brand new areas. We can unlock the dinner area. Happy days. However, we can also use the coins that we unlock in a level to get brand new buildings and also additional buildings for those, or additional upgrades for those buildings. You're able to use 1 piece extra in any stacker. That would be so big. You're able to use one piece extra in any gluer. Stacker 3 stacks 3 blocks and outputs the result if it does not exceed the maximum height. Wow. Okay, so we can actually get, if we get this, and then we get this, we're able to effectively stack 4 blocks in a single stacker. Is that what you're telling me, video game? We gotta trial this. We gotta trial this. This is exciting. Also, this sushi looks amazing. Use a rounder to modify pieces and give them a smooth finish. Okay. We'll do that. What have we got here? Ah, so we need a rounder pretty much immediately. I want to see the stacker. I want to see the stacker 3.0. Are we able to just, like, feed it junk? I mean, you know what I mean. Junk. Also, yeah, this is a 3-banger across. We're going to need to do a heck of a lot of rounding here. A mixer. Okay, color mixing is on the table. Right. I'm going to need 2 of these. I'm going to need 2 different rounders. Yeah. This rounder is going to make the top parts. This rounder is going to make the bottom parts. The white ones are already good. The dye is going to need to be pumped out of here. And then we're going to have to paint the top parts. Yep. Yep, let's go up to here. Stop. Cut you out. Teleport across. Right. Top part officially going to be painted. The middle parts we're already extracting anyway, and it's just a case of combining them all. Okay. So if I try in a super stacker, how's this going to work? Let's see. Sorry, a regular stacker. How's this going to work? Aha! Look at this. I get additional options at the side. Okay, that is very, very cool. So that means that we can, if I want to, I can add a second block in here. Oh, that is so sick. That is so sick. So we can, yeah, we can effectively have up to that many. Wow. Okay, well, we don't need you. We need the 3.0, which, to be honest, we should probably just use every single time because it makes total sense. But anyway, the 3.0, that's not what I wanted to do. The 3.0, no. There we go. That's fine. Stop. Stop putting it all together. That's what I wanted. Right. Reset. Reset a couple of times. Right. So, you go there. You go there. And we can still add a 4th shape if we want to, which I don't particularly want to. But we could if we wanted to. It's nice to have that option. Okay. Throw that into a gluer. It's literally a case of just throwing the 2 halves into the gluer and sticking them right next to each other. Oh, we're going to need to use a super gluer, of course, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, let's delete that and use ourselves a super gluer. Not a mega gluer, just a super gluer. It needs to line up with the dots, so that's fine. It does seem a little bit overkill. This is This is not a big build. But I guess as our builds get more and more sort of technically complex and longer, and sort of all of the different expanding in different ways, it's only normal that we should start using bigger machines and start seeing bigger belts. Bleacher and burner. You can paint any block black or white without dyes using a bleacher and a burner. Okay. An omelet sushi. Let me guess. There's no black dye in the level? There's no black dye in the level, and presumably we'd need to... What if we turn it... what if we burn it black and then crush it? Is that going to allow us to get the black dye? I don't know. Because actually, we've run out of time. Ladies and gents, we're going to wrap things up right about now. Block Factory. I like it. I like it. It is very like Shapes 2. Don't get me wrong. It's very like Shapes 2, but I love the sort of like little diorama, little Lego aspect. Don't love the fact that we're sort of playing on a level-by-level basis. I do like the dioramas, but I don't like the level-by-level stuff. I like the fact that in Shapes 2, you can just sort of expand and expand and expand. So it'd be nice if you could kind of like have dioramas that changed as you went or something like that. But apart from that, I think it's a great little game. I love the way that everything sort of works. I just dig it. I dig it a lot. Anyway, ladies and gents, going to wrap this up for now. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.